Hey everyone, welcome to Alpha Insights. I'm Lucy, and we're glad you're with us.
And I'm Jeff. Today we're unpacking a pretty unusual playbook making the rounds in Washington that could change headlines fast.
And hey, if you have questions while you're listening, drop them at stockalpha.ai. We might answer them live.
Quick snapshot. Strategists are talking about two domestic moves that could refocus public attention. One is administrative rescheduling of cannabis. The other is a calibrated release of declassified UAP, that's unidentified aerial phenomena.
Right, and what's striking is how practical both ideas sound on paper. So, the real question here is, which one could actually happen quickly? And what would it mean for markets and for diplomacy?
Let's start with cannabis. The proposal is to get the Department of Justice and the Drug Enforcement Administration to move cannabis out of Schedule 1 through administrative rulemaking, after reviews by Health and Human Services.
That administrative route is important because it can be faster than legislation, especially if a trusted Republican intermediary, someone with relationships inside DOJ, is involved to shepherd the conversation.
Analysts have mentioned a high-profile former state attorney general as an example of that kind of intermediary. The mechanics are straightforward. If DOJ and the relevant health agencies sign off, the DEA can change scheduling under a rulemaking process.
What changes right away if rescheduling happens? Banking, tax treatment, and research rules loosen up. That matters because right now, a lot of cannabis businesses face restricted access to banking, complicated tax codes, and limited federal research grants.
When you look at the data, the U.S. legal cannabis market was roughly $30 billion in 2023. Analysts project significantly more growth by mid-decade if federal barriers fall.
So markets could react fast. Analysts note companies like Canopy Growth, Tilray, and Kronos could see renewed investor interest, and related sectors, payments, biotech working on cannabinoids, real estate, would feel it too. Now, the other option on the table is a coordinated release of UAP material. Not theatre, but a science-led disclosure framed by civilian experts and researchers.
That's right. UAP already has bipartisan attention. The idea is to declassify select findings and present them with a clear scientific narrative, so the story becomes discovery and innovation rather than national security panic.
Yeah, that's a good point. A calm, transparent disclosure could change the media cycle for days and shift public mood toward curiosity. And that can have market effects too. Space companies and defense contractors often rally on narratives about new missions and R&D opportunities.
Honestly, I was a bit surprised by how many strategists actually prefer the cannabis route. But they treat the UAP option as a credible backup.
So how does either move help with the tensions around Iran? The logic is political. A decisive domestic win or a distracting national narrative frees up political bandwidth. When the headlines cool, leaders have more flexibility to pursue de-escalation without losing face.
That's key. Analysts note public opinion shapes foreign policy windows. If domestic pressure eases, negotiators get room to craft pragmatic solutions.
Timing matters. Administrative rescheduling needs interagency reviews, but can be expedited with strong backing. A UAP disclosure needs careful vetting with scientists, but can dominate coverage for days. Some operatives say either could be staged this week. Ambitious, but not impossible.
Right, and we should flag risks. Legal challenges, political blowback, and the chance that markets react to uncertainty rather than clarity. Analysts warn that headline shifts don't erase underlying geopolitical complexity.
Interesting.
Right.
To wrap up, quick takeaways?
1. Rescheduling cannabis via administrative action could immediately ease banking, tax, and research constraints and would likely change market sentiment for related industries.
2. A science-framed UAP disclosure could shift the national conversation toward discovery and give officials breathing room on foreign policy.
3. Either move could free political bandwidth for diplomacy with Iran, but both carry legal and political risks and would need careful execution.
All right, that's our look at a pretty creative playbook in Washington. Remember, analysts and strategists are discussing scenarios, not giving investment advice. This is for informational purposes only.
Got questions? We'd love to hear from you. Head over to stockalpha.ai where you can ask us anything and we'll answer live. And while you're there, check out more market content.